Look at the cliffhanger at the end of my last review. Not really. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway, moving on. Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. Anyway, so this stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Gemma Arterton, Alfred, Molina, and Sir Ben Kingsley. And this is directed by Mike Newell, who did 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So here we go, let's get into what I thought of it. Let's get into the plot first. Jake Gyllenhaal stars as Prince Dastan, who at a very young age, is adopted by the royal family of Persia. And many, many years later, he is actually framed for the death of his father by supposedly one of his brothers, thinking, does it look like what it seems? Find out in the film. And basically he's got to go on a journey to save the dagger, in other words, Sands of Time. As if you press the dagger, it obviously turns back time. And he's got to try and save it from Ben Kingsley's hands, who it appears to be the main villain later on in the film, from turning time back to making sure he is king. In the meantime, Gemma Arterton's feisty princess decides to give him a helping hand, and they run into all sorts of and have a big adventure to save the kingdom. Plot of the film out of the way. Now, this is based on the hit video game series, and to be honest, I haven't really played any of the video games, but video game films such as Resident Evil and so forth, why the hell they get hated on, I don't know, but either way, moving on from that. Now, let's get into the pros of the film. The acting is pretty top-notch here. Jake Gyllenhaal, unlike Russell Crowe in Robin Hood, actually spoke his dialogue clearly and didn't go like that. You know, obviously you wouldn't be able to understand what the hell I said, although to be honest, it was quite gibberish. Moving on. I liked his accent in now. He hardly ever broke his accent once, and I was very surprised to see that. I was really extremely pleasantly surprised. Gemma Arterton is nice, easily to make any main male howl. But anyway, she's very, very gorgeous in this role, and not to mention she certainly does kick some serious ass. She's definitely not the damsel in distress, which I was glad to see. You know, even though her role in Clash of the Titans was somewhat limited, which is much better in this film. Ben Kingsley, I thought, as usual, does a brilliant performance. You know, hardly anyone could have replaced him much better. You know, Alfred Molina did a very good job, and especially with all the comedic timings of the film, it was very, 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 very well done. So that's the acting done. Now let's get into the visuals and action of the film. The visuals, the cinematography is absolutely breathtaking, and I especially like with all the time-turning sequences. The effects are really well done. It's not rushed. It's not just done in the click of a finger, even though I click my hand. But anyway, I really think that the direction of the movie is very well done. Also, the pacing of the film, kudos, no problems there. And I really found that the film itself had a very effective premise, and it was very interesting. Even in the scenes without action, the dialogue itself was actually pretty interesting, which leads to another thing, the script, which is really well written, I must say. And this also comes from Jerry Bruckheimer, who did Pirates of the Caribbean films. Do not hate 2 and 3, they're awesome. Anyway, he produced this film, and you can definitely tell he did, because it has a real fantasy element to it, which is Disney. So, all those things I absolutely love about the film. The pacing of the film kept me interested. It was a nice brisk pace, wasn't too rushed or too slow. Absolutely brilliant. So this is quite a short review probably, I know, but again, when I love a film and I think it's fantastic, all I can say is I thought that was fantastic because of the said reasons above or behind what I've just said, or because of the reasons I've said. To be honest, these reviews were a lot shorter. Anyway, but the only problem I really had with Prince of Persia, which I probably wouldn't have given it 5 stars anyway, but the one problem I had with Prince of Persia, it felt a little bit too stretched towards the end, and the action for me, yes, while it's brilliantly done, I will say Mike Newell definitely knows how to direct action. While he was doing that, you know, the action itself towards the end, it was kind of like, oh, awesome sequence. Okay, we're going on a bit, but still good, no problem. Almost the end, okay, action sequence going, and now you see what I mean. To me, the action kind of lost its touch a while, and I was kind of getting to the point I was thinking, just end the bloody film already, you know, and end it on a good note. But nonetheless, the ending is just as effective as the rest of the film, even if the climax is a little bit too stretched. Overall, though, Prince of Persia is probably one of the best films I've seen this year. I don't know if it's like better than Iron Man 2 or Daybreakers. I think they might be a bit better than this one. But overall, I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. So that's my review of Prince of Persia, and this will not end in a cliffhanger, unlike my previous review of Robin Hood. So, should I turn back time and re-review this film? Really? No. Okay. See you next time, guys.